with us today, National Trial Attorney Michael Jaafar. Michael, thanks for joining. I want to start with the defense's argument and specifically the statutory grounds that they put forth to the judge and said, listen, he had an inability to conform conduct. He was substantially impaired. He needs the medication. He needs the treatment. He is amenable to the treatment, and he was cooperative with law enforcement. Do you think that's enough to convince a judge to say, okay, to life in prisons versus death?
I don't think it's going to happen in this case. What they were saying was correct, but I don't think my heart broke for that defense attorney when I saw him talking. He was a defeated person. As a former public defender, I had, PTSD kind of in these sentencing. Sometimes we do 4 sentencings a day, right? And so sometimes the best you can do is the best you can do. The defense attorney did the best he could for Wade Wilson. When he got up there and he spoke, I could see it in his voice, right? I don't think it's enough. I think, in Florida, in a Spencer hearing, mental health issues are a mitigating factor. They are, in fact, there, right? But is it enough in this case, given the depravity of the murders and the way the assistant DA came up and said, I agree with him that death is permanent, the death of these victims, and he went through them. She was 36, she was 40. I mean, that was just a dagger. I don't see it, and the jury's already recommended death. I don't think a judge is going to overturn the will of the jury and say, you know what, 2 life sentences. Maybe Wade, I mean, the schizophrenia, again, it does go in his favor. And if a judge wanted to find a ground to say, you know what, I'm going to make you go to jail for the rest of your life. The tattoos on his mouth, the schizophrenia, the brain damage, the trauma, the being abandoned by his parents, the drug abuse of his parents, all of that is there. There's something icky about this case and about this defendant. There's something there. His demeanor in the courtroom, it's almost like he wants to die. Hey, maybe the judge will look at it and say, hey, you want to die? I'm not going to give it to you. I don't know. I just don't see the judge going with that because so many aggravating factors already exist that the mitigating factor of the mental health issues and the needs for medication, and he did help the investigators. I just don't think it's going to be enough.